Welcome to Pittencrieff Park in Dunfermline. Affectionately known as the Glen by locals, it's an important haven in Scotland's newest city, known for its historic landmarks, stunning views, tranquil green spaces, resident peacocks, and its connection to Andrew Carnegie. Carnegie was born in a small weaver's cottage, just a stone's throw from Pittencrieff Park, living here in Dunfermline until emigrating to America at the age of 12. Back then, Pittencrieff wasn't the open, accessible public space that it is today, but part of a private estate with a link to another important character. The centrepiece of the park is still the grand Pittencrieff House, once home to Brigadier General John Forbes. While he lived a very different life than Carnegie, he too made his name in America. Leading the Forbes expedition during the French and Indian War, he would be the man to name the city of Pittsburgh that would become so important to the Carnegie story. At Carnegie's time, Pittencrieff House was owned by a man called James Hunt, who liked to keep the general public out of his private grounds. A local figure called Thomas Morrison campaigned for public access, but made such a nuisance of himself that when Hunt eventually relented and agreed to open the gates of Pittencrieff Park for a single day a year, he had one exception. None of Morrison's relatives would be allowed inside the walls, and that included his young grandson, Andrew Carnegie. Once Carnegie had made his vast fortune, he returned to his hometown to buy Pittencrieff Estate, not for himself, but to spread sweetness and light to the people of Dunfermline, so that nobody would be denied access to this beautiful spot ever again.
This park, since I've grown up here in Dunfermline, has been so many things to me. This was my playground when I was younger. It's where I kicked the football around, it's where I climbed trees, and then later on in my life I came here when I joined the Marines. It was my training ground. When I was injured in Afghanistan, it became a place of healing for me, and now that I'm a father of my own, well, this is the playground for my children.
I love this park because it's a park for all seasons. It's a park for all times of the day. I remember spending a lot of time in this park with my children, and now I spend time in this park with my grandchildren. And they love coming here because there's an adventure around every corner.
Well, we moved here in 2016, me and my husband, and a big part of why we decided that we wanted to come here is because we really wanted to get a dog, and we thought this would be an amazing place to take him on walks. With Daniel now in our lives, we're really excited to take him to the play parks here, and he absolutely loves seeing the leaves in the trees. That's one of his favorite things to look at.
I love walking from the bottom of the glen, always call it the glen, up through the ravine part of the glen, because it's so varied. You've got the waterfall, you've got a woodland park, and it's so different from this part up here. It's just a wonderful, wonderful walk.
Andrew Carnegie once said that Pittencrieff Park was the most soul-satisfying public gift he ever made. Well, that's high praise from somebody who gave away so much of his fortune, but it's clear that this special place deserves it.
But one of the things that excites me most about this park is actually its opportunity. Considering the history we've got here, we've got so much more potential for tourism, particularly now that Dunfermline is a city. The opportunity to use this space for outdoor learning. I know from being a father myself just how beneficial this space has been to my kids. And so there's so much opportunity with the greenhouses, with the gardens, with all the diversity of wildlife and horticulture that we've got here. This park sits right at the heart of the city. It's a massive part of the community. In fact, there's even more houses that are going to be built that sort of the park will overlook. And this is a space for everybody to come and use, but it's how people want to use it. That's where the possibilities lie. And this is a place for young and old. It's for people of all levels of ability and access. And actually, whilst it services so many people, there's definitely opportunity for more to reap the benefits of this wonderful place.
So it's time for the next generation to carry on the legacy. Take this treasure of our past and grasp the opportunities to shape the future of Andrew's beloved Glen.